Hello, everyone. Sorry, adjusted my camera a little bit. Hello, everybody, and welcome to World Geography B. I'm super excited to teach this class. This will be the first time I've ever taught this class, so you and I are going to be learning together. It's going to be great. But I did want to go over just a couple of things really, really quickly before we actually get started with the class. So, first of all, introductions. My name is Mrs. Seacamp. You probably saw a little bit of information about me in the kind of welcome part, but here I am. This is my face. This is me existing. So I'm Samantha Seacamp. You can call me Mrs. Seacamp. You can call me Sam. You can call me Samantha. I don't really care. Totally up to you. But I will be your teacher for this class. Now, I did also leave a note in that Welcome to World Geography part, which we can see right here, that because this is the first time that I'm teaching this class, you will see a lot of things that say like Mr. Anderson says or contact Mr. Anderson about blah, 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 blah. But just know that that's just because he's the one who built this class, but I'm taking over for this quarter. So if you need anything at all, if you have questions, if you want to send me assignments, anything at all, please reach out to me, Samantha Seacamp. Okay? I know that can get confusing, but just so that we're all aware. So, all of that being said, let's jump into what this class is actually about. So, you've probably already taken World Geography A. This is World Geography B. We tend to go in alphabetical order. And so, it's going to be basically the same thing. So, you're going to be going over just different parts of the world. So you'll start in Unit 1 with Southwest Asia and North Africa. You'll see kind of why Southwest Asia and North Africa are grouped together. I know that seems kind of weird, but they do have a lot of like cultural similarities and things like that. So you'll see all of that, same things. You'll talk about climate zones, you'll talk about religion, you'll talk about war, you'll talk about kind of what's happening today. Of all places throughout, Iraq and Iran considered Southeast Asia. You'll talk about the Mediterranean, the Arabian Peninsula, and then go into North Africa. And then specifically, you'll talk about Egypt as well, because Egypt is pretty important for kind of like world history type stuff. And then you'll go into Africa south of the Sahara. So you've got North Africa, that's kind of around the Mediterranean coast. You've got the Sahara Desert, which is huge. It takes up like, I think, a quarter or a third of Africa. I could be wrong about that. I'd have to look it up for sure. And then you've got South Africa and all of Southern Africa. So you'll look at African geography, Eastern Africa, Western Africa, Central Africa, Southern Africa, and talk about all of those different areas. Then you'll talk about Oceania and Antarctica. Oceania is, think about like Australia, New Zealand, also like the Pacific Islands. So if you're really interested in like the Pacific Islanders, it'll talk about that. So Australia, New Zealand, the Pacific Islands, and then Antarctica. Antarctica obviously is a little bit different since humans don't, like, only scientists live there, and it's not like its own country. It's not claimed by anyone because it's a pretty hard place to live. But you'll learn a little bit about the history of that exploration, and how before a few hundred years ago, people didn't even know that Antarctica existed. So kind of interesting. Then you'll move on to South Asia. So places like India and Pakistan and Bangladesh and Nepal and Tibet and kind of that whole area around the Himalayan mountains. And then finally, you'll end with East Asia. So that's going to be China, Japan, Korean Peninsula, all of those types of places. Okay. So going over a lot of geography around the world, learning a little bit of the history, learning a little bit of the culture, learning a little bit of, the actual physical geography of the places, to just have a little bit better understanding of the world. So that's the hope for this class, right? Just to have a slightly better understanding of the world and how geography, how physical geography has shaped the world and its history. That's the hope. So before this gets too long, again, just want to reiterate, if there's anything you need from me, any questions at all, always feel free to reach out to me. The easiest way to contact me is through IM, but you can also text me through my Google Voice number, or you can call me, or you can send me an email. Any way is totally fine. You'll see in the questions for this little video that I do want to know what's the best way to contact you as well. So the best way to contact me is through IM. Want to know what the best way to contact you is. But that being said, need anything at all, please reach out. Otherwise, you're going to rock through this class. And I hope you guys have a wonderful final quarter 4. We are almost done with the school year. All right, guys, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.